All right, Miyu. So let's continue. Stage 5. Okay, where did we stop a while ago? That was in Japan. What's that? Bus. So 384. Was it nearly? Oh, no. Because you have a little bit of like different one, right? Okay, let me just continue a little bit. So please wait like 1 hour because I'm reviewing your. I'm reviewing your.
An hour.
Yeah, of course, 1 hour is just a second to me. Okay, so Parliament. Yeah, was it right, Parliament? Yeah, because you are reviewing a lot. That's why. So 300 and then when you say 300 and then you forget again. 300. Oh my gosh, Huazheng, what is the memory? You need a memory card? So 369. Could you remember for me? 369. No, you don't want to remember for me. Well, it's usual. Well, it's usual. When you're so sarcastic, right? Okay, bum bum. Okay, got it.
Ready?
Of course. I'm really ready. Actually, it's the book. It was gone. It was gone. Where is it? It's in America. Okay, so let's start. Are you ready?
Okay.
I bet already. I really want to ask this man, Mike, right? Because the next question is give an example. So I'll just have that part. Is it okay? Yep. You have no choice. Follow me. Okay, so what are the words may and might express? What are the words may and might express? The words
The
may
word
and
may
might
and might
express
express.
the idea of perhaps. The idea of perhaps.
the
The idea
the
of
idea
perhaps.
of perhaps.
What is the difference in may and might? What's the difference between may and might? The
The
difference
difference
between
between may
may
and
and might
might
is
is
that
that
we cannot use may. We cannot
we
use may
cannot use may
in
in
second
second
conditional.
conditional.
In the second
In the
conditional.
second conditional.
Like what was it? May, June, July, like that. Give an examples. Give me examples. If I went
If
to
I went to
London,
London,
I might
I
visit
might
Buckingham
visit
Palace. I
Buckingham
might
Palace.
visit Buckingham Palace. I might visit.
I might
I might visit
visit
Buckingham Palace.
Buckingham Palace.
Palace. Yep. Palace.
Palace.
Again. Do you think maybe yeah, no, maybe here. Do you think it may rain later? Do you think it may rain later? Yes. No.
It
No.
might be.
Okay. Yes, I think it
Yes,
may
I
rain
think
later.
it will.
May.
Hmm?
It will.
it
It
might.
may.
It
It
may.
might. It may rain later.
It may rain later.
Yeah, she had all the showcasing of the answers, guys. And again, another. What do you think I might have in my pocket? What do you think I might have in my pocket? I think you
I
might have
think
a
you might
pen
have a pen
in your
in your
pocket.
pocket.
Yep. All right. So what might happen if you didn't look both ways before crossing the road? What might happen if you didn't look both ways before crossing the road? An
An
accident
accident
might
might
happen if
happen
I
if I
I didn't look both
didn't look
ways
both ways
before the
before
before what
crossing the
before
road.
yeah before the what before the again and I said what might we you see if you went to London. I was thinking about we, so what might you see if you went to London? I might
I
see
might
Buckingham
see
Palace,
Buckingham Palace,
the Houses of
the House
Parliament,
Parliament,
Houses of
Houses
Parliament,
of Parliament,
Trafalgar Square,
Trafalgar Square,
Trafalgar Square,
Trafalgar
Square,
Square,
Piccadilly Circus,
Disney Circus,
Piccadilly Circus,
Piccadilly Circus,
etc. If I went to
etc. If I
London.
went to London.
Yeah, this is the effect, guys, of watching a lot of movies in the world. What? Again, do you think there might be another world war? Do you think there might be another world war? Yes, no? No, I don't think
I
there'll
don't
be
think there'll be
another world
another
war.
world war.
World war.
World war.
Yeah, what is the difference between arrive at and arrive in? What is the difference in arrive at and arrive in? The
The
difference
difference
between
between
arrive at and
arrive at
arrive in
and
is
arrive
that
in is that
we arrive at
we
a
arrive at
point,
point,
whereas we
whereas
arrive
we
in
arrive in
an area.
an area.
What time do you arrive at school? What time do you arrive at school? I arrive at
I arrive
school
at school
at
at
about what time?
about 1.
1 what? 1 a.m. 1 p.m.
1 p.m.
I see. 1 o'clock.
1
1
o'clock.
p.m. Anyways, another. You get 1 p.m. on June. Okay, if you arrive at a foreign airport which without your passport, what might happen? If you arrived at the foreign airport without your passport, what might happen if I
If
arrived
I
at
arrive at
a foreign
a foreign
airport
airport
without my passport?
without my passport,
passport. I might not
Why not?
be able to enter the
enter
country.
the country.
Yeah. Like, you know, when my left eye is already done, you know what, guys? I need more coffee. What's yeah, because I'm gonna be going to cafe. So what's a cafe? What's a cafe? A cafe
A
is a
cafe
small
is a small
informal
informal
restaurant
restaurant
where you can
where
get
you
light
can
meals,
get light
light meals,
meals,
light meals, light meals,
light meals,
snacks and
snacks
drinks.
and drinks.
Yeah, nice timing, right? Oh, there's an they're making my coffee, okay? It's from the farm. Okay, do you owe me any money? Do you owe me any money? No, I don't owe you any
I don't
money.
owe you any money.
As of the moment, do I owe you? Do I owe you any money? Do I owe you any money? No, you don't owe
You
me
don't owe me
any money.
any money.
You're like, okay, well, you owe me now. Another. What about this one? Let's move down. Okay, so what does it mean to give back? What does it mean to give back? To give back
To give
means
back means
to
to
return.
return.
When you go on holiday, Miyu, what do you bring back with you? When you go on holiday, what do you bring back with you? When I go on
When I go on
holiday,
holiday,
I bring back
I bring back
souvenirs
souvenirs
with me.
with me.
They're getting done with my coffee. What about the motorcycle water? They're now sending my coffee. Are you going to go back home immediately after lessons ended? Are you going to go back home immediately after lessons ended? Yes, no. Yes, I'm going
Yes, I'm
to
going to
go back
go
home
back home
immediately
immediately
after
after
the
the
lessons ended.
lessons ended.
Yes, right. You know that's time. When people lend you money, do you always pay it back when promised? Like when people lend you money, do you always pay it back when promised? Yes, when people
Yes, when
lend
people
me
lend
money,
me money,
I always pay
I
it back
always
when
huh? I
I
always pay
pay it back when
it back
promised.
when promised.
Do you know anybody who has retired but then later gone back to work? Do you know anybody who has retired but then later gone back to work? Yes, no.
No,
I don't know
I don't know
anybody
anybody
who has
who has
retired
retired
but then
but
later
then
gone back
later
to work.
gone back to work.
Okay, another. What is your normal breakfast? What is your normal breakfast? My normal
My normal
breakfast is
breakfast is
which one?
bread and
And
cafe au lait.
so nice. She's a Franciano, guys. Again, another is, do people normally feel proud when they do well in exams, Mio? Do people normally feel proud when they do well in exams? Yes, people
Yes, people
normally
normally
feel proud
feel proud
when
when
they do well
they
in
do well
exams.
in exam.
Do you take pride in your studies? Do you take pride in your
Study?
studies?
Yeah,
In studies, yes, I take
I
pride
take pride
in my
in my
studies.
studies.
Yeah, I choose studies because you're here. Yep, another. I know you're not gonna like work. Yeah, no. Guys. Another. If you're very rich, would you have servants in your house? If you're very rich, would you have servants in your house? Yes, no.
Maybe, yes.
Yes. If I were
If I
very
were
rich,
very rich,
I'd have
I'd
servants in
have
my
servant
house.
in my house.
Servants in my
Servants in
house.
my house.
Yep. Again, what about this one? Does a lorry have fewer wheels than car, like a truck? Does a lorry have fewer wheels than a car? No, a lorry
No,
doesn't
it
have.
really doesn't have.
No, really. Lorry
Lorry
doesn't have a few.
doesn't have a
Doesn't have fewer
doesn't
wheels.
have fewer
Fewer wheels
wheels
than a car.
than a car.
It has more wheels.
Eh?
It has more wheels.
It has more wheels.
Yep, I'm thinking like how many wheels? Actually, I was counting the wheels. Okay, sometimes 10-wheeler truck, right? So 12 more than. So another, about how long is an arrow if you try to have the archery? So about how long is an arrow?
An
An
arrow
arrow is
is
about
about
a meter
a
long.
meter long.
So is my table. So how many centimeters make a meter? About how many centimeters make a meter? 100
100
centimeters make a
centimeters
meter.
make a meter.
Yep. Do you know anybody who has a long beard? Do you know anybody who has a long beard? Yes, yes, what?
Yes.
I know somebody who has a long beard. I know
I
somebody
know somebody
who
who
has a long
has
beard.
long beard.
A long
A
beard.
long beard.
Yep. It is Santa Claus.
Yay.
Again, another. So is it false that the opposite of heaven is hell? Again, is it false that the opposite of heaven is hell? No, it
No,
isn't
it isn't
false
false.
that the
That
opposite
the
of
opposite of
heaven
heaven
is
is
hell.
hell. It's
It's true.
true.
Yep. Is everything we read in the newspapers true? Again, is everything we read in the newspapers true? No, not
No,
everything we
not
read.
everything
We
we
read in the
read in the
newspapers is
newspapers
true.
is true.
Yep, some things are true
Some things are true and
and some
some
things are
things are
false.
false.
False. Yep. Another. What do you think this is? So what do you think this is? So I think maybe it's because
Maybe Because
I think maybe it's
maybe
because
it's because
newspapers haven't always got time.
Ah,
Newspapers haven't
haven't
always got time to make sure that what they write
they're right.
is completely
It's
true.
completely true.
Yep. You finish slowly, guys. You can continue, guys.
Slow.
Is it true? Too slow. Whoa. And then when it goes, what?
Yeah, too fast. Too slow.
Yeah. Okay, is it cheap to maintain a large house? Is it cheap to maintain a large house? No, it isn't cheap
No, it isn't cheap.
to maintain a
To
large
maintain
house.
a large house.
It's expensive.
It's expensive.
I cannot hear my coffee. Oh, maybe it's here. Okay, another. So, how do you translate the word it takes? This one is not familiar to me. So, how do we translate the word it takes? We translate the words it
We
takes.
translate the word it takes.
Words it
Words
takes.
it takes.
With. How do you say?
Kakaru?
In Japanese.
In Japanese.
Yep. Comment down below again, guys. Okay, another. So how long does it take you to go home from the office, for example? How long does it take to go home from the office? It takes me about
40 minutes
to go home from
to
the
go
office.
home.
From the
From
office.
the office.
Yep, of course. Go from home. Again, another. So, does it take longer to fly from there to Ireland than to go by train and ship? Again, does it take longer to fly from there to Ireland than to go by train and ship? No, it doesn't take longer.
Take longer.
To fly from here to
Fly from
Ireland,
here to Ireland.
to the island to
to
Ireland, than to go
Then
by
to go
train
by train
and ship.
and ship.
Yep, it takes less
It takes
time.
less time.
Yep, another. So, about how long would it take us to reach the station from here if we walked very fast? Let's say in Cebu. About how long would it take us to reach the station from here if we walked very fast? It would take us about 5 minutes.
About 5 minutes
To reach the station from here if we walked very fast.
Very fast.
Yep. Okay. What amount of money have you got in your pocket at the moment? What amount of money have you got in your pocket at the moment? I've got about
none.
0 yen
0 yen
in my pocket at the moment. When you cannot say I've got about you. Okay, 0 yen. Yeah. Okay. What about this one? Do they use a large amount of wood in building houses in that region? Do they use a large amount of wood in building houses in that region? Yes. No.
Maybe.
Yes. Or maybe. Yes. They use a large amount of wood in building houses in this
region.
Yep. Okay. Let's move down. Why? Why? Because it's cheap, etc. Yep. Let me use the currency pound, right? So what do 50 pounds and 13 pounds amount to? What do 50 pounds and 13 pounds amount to? 50 pounds and 13 pounds amount to?
63 pounds.
63 pounds? Okay. Yeah. You got it right. Ding, ding. So what does the word further mean? What does the word further mean? The word further means the same as farther. But it also means in addition or extra. Or extra. Again, another. So, which is further from Spain, Sweden, or Switzerland? Again, which is further from Spain, Sweden, or Switzerland? Sweden is further from Spain and Switzerland. From Spain and Switzerland. Another. What is the furthest you've ever been? Again, what's the furthest you've ever been? The furthest I've ever been is from here to
New Zealand.
There. Yep. Where do you have to go if you wanted further information about train times at a station? Where do you have to go if you wanted further information about train times at a station? I'd have to go to the information office if I wanted further information about train times at a station. Give me further example, Mia, of the word further. Please give me a further example of the word further, please. If I failed an exam, I'd have to take further lessons. Yep, and then what do we use the perfect, let's say for example, present perfect. What do we use the present perfect? We use the present perfect when we are thinking about time before and up to now. Give me examples. Mary cannot enter her flat.
Mary cannot enter her
flat because she has lost her key. What does that sentence mean? What does that sentence mean? That sentence means that Mary doesn't know Where the key
Where
her
the where
where the key
where the key
where the key where her key
where her
where,
key
where the key of course it is where her key is
where
now
her key is now
is now because of losing it earlier today.
because
Of
of
losing
losing
it
it early
earlier today.
today.
Yeah, perfect, guys, perfect. Yeah, only skim perfect. Okay, another. So, what do we use the past perfect? What do we use the past perfect? We use
We
the
use
past
the past
perfect
perfect
when we are
when
thinking
we are
about
thinking
time
about time
before and
before
up
and
to
up to
what?
what?
Up to another point in the past.
Another point in the past.
Give examples. Give examples. Mary could not
Mary could
enter
not
her
enter
flat
her flat
yesterday
yesterday
because
because
she had
she
lost
had
her key.
lost her key.
What does that sentence mean? What does that sentence mean? That
That
sentence means
sentence
that
means that Mary
Mary didn't know
didn't
her
know where
key
her key
was
was
yesterday because
yesterday because of losing
it
it
it earlier in the day.
earlier in the day.
And then your mother luck you. And you order this one. So what is the difference between these two sentences? Me, I ate my dinner at 9 o'clock and I had eaten my dinner at 9 o'clock. What is the difference between these two sentences? I ate my dinner at 9 o'clock and I had eaten my dinner at 9 o'clock. The
The
difference
difference
between
between
those two
those two
sentences is that
sentences that
I ate
I
my
ate
dinner
my
at nine
dinner at
o'clock
9 o'clock
means I
means
started
I
my
started
to
eating
eat my
to eat
eating
my dinner.
means I started to eat my dinner
I started
to eat my
to eat
dinner
my dinner
at nine
at
o'clock
9 o'clock,
whereas I had eaten my
whereas I
dinner
had eaten my dinner
at 9
at
o'clock
9
means that
o'clock means that
my dinner
my
was
dinner
already
was already
finished
finished
at 9
at
o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Yep. Have you had anything to eat before you came to the school today? Only example. Had you had anything to eat before you came to school today? Yes, no? Yes, I had
I
had
had
something to
had
eat.
something to eat.
I had
I
had
had
something
had
to eat
something to eat
before I
before
came
I
to
came
school
to school
today.
today.
Yep. Had you ever seen me before you came to the school, native camp? Had you ever seen me before you came to the school? No, I have
No,
never
I've
seen you
never
before.
seen you before.
I had
I had
had
never
never.
seen you.
I had never. Yeah, I had
I
never
have
seen you
never seen
before.
you before.
I came to
I
the
came
school.
to the school.
Yep. I see. Another. When you began your lessons at this school, native, had you already studied some English or were you a complete beginner? When you began your lessons at this school, had you already studied some English or were you a complete beginner? When I began my
When I
lessons at
began
this school,
lesson
lessons at this school,
at the school,
I had already
I had
studied some
already studied some English.
English. Yep. What does the word party mean in Japanese? What does the word party mean in Japanese? The word party
The word
means
party means party.
だってそうだよ。そうです。そうですね。そうですか。Oh. Okay, another. Do you ever throw a party at home on your birthday? Do you ever throw a party at home on your birthday? Yes, no?
Yes,
I sometimes
I
throw a
sometimes
party
throw a party
at home on my
at
birthday.
home
On my birthday.
on my birthday.
In my birthday. On my birthday.
On my birthday.
Yes, happy birthday. Oh. Okay, another. So, which is the strong political party in your country today? Which is the strongest political party in your country today? Which one?
Which one?
Liberal Democratic Party.
Liberal Democratic Party.
Much easier. The Democratic Party
Democratic Party
is the
is the
strongest political
strongest
party
political party
in my
in
country
my
today.
country today.
Yep. Do you prefer to go on holiday with a friend or in a large party? Do you prefer to go on holiday with a friend or in a large party? I
I
prefer to go on
prefer to go
holiday
on holiday with a friend.
with with a friend. Okay. Oh, sorry, me, Misha. Okay. Okay. What does the word mad mean? What does the word mad mean? The word mad
The word
means
mad means
angry, very
angry, very
interested,
interested,
and crazy.
and crazy.
Yep. Do some people get mad when they're driving in very heavy traffic? Again, some people get mad when they're driving very heavy traffic. Yes, some people
Yes,
get
some
mad
people get mad
when they're
when they are
driving in
driving in
very heavy
very
traffic.
heavy traffic.
Yep. What kind of things are you most mad about? What kind of things are you most mad about? I'm most mad about.
I'm most mad about.
Really, when you said I'm mad, I'm most mad
I'm
about
most mad about
chocolate,
chocolate
snacks,
snacks.
Callan
Yay!
Method,
Callan Method. Okay,
etc.
that's it.
Etc.
Etc.
Yep. If a friend told you that they had seen a UFO, would you believe them or think they were going mad? If a friend told you they had seen a UFO, would you believe them or think they were going mad? If a friend
If a
told
friend
me
told me
they had
they
seen a
had seen a
UFO,
UFO,
I'd what?
I'd believe it.
I'd believe them.
And believe them.
You believe in UFO first. Okay, another. So what happens if one pupil copies from another during an exam? This is common. What happens if one pupil copies from another during an exam? If one pupil copies copies from pupils. If one pupil copies from this. If one pupil copies from another during an exam, he's sent out of the room. You can do it. Okay, when you answer a question during the Callan Method lesson, for example, should you simply copy what the teacher says?
Yes.
When you answer a question during a lesson, should you simply copy what the teacher says? No. When I answer a question during a Callan lesson, I shouldn't simply copy what a teacher says. What the teacher says. I should try to answer the question without waiting to hear the words from the teacher first. Yeah, be creative. I see. Like, if you were given 2 copies of the same book, me, for your birthday, what would you do? If you were given 2 copies of the same book for your birthday, what would you do? If I were given 2 pieces of the same book.
2 pieces of same book.
2 pieces or 2 copies? 2 copies of the same book. For my birthday. I'd what?
I'd keep it.
Keep it? It's a gift. Like another, does the weather have a strong influence over you? Do you, for example, feel happy in good weather and unhappy in bad weather? Does the weather have a strong influence over you? Do you, for example, feel in good weather and unhappy in bad weather? No, the weather doesn't have a strong influence over me.
Over me.
He's at home, guys. He's at home, so no weather. Weather, I like it weather, not different weather. Another, what is the name of a famous mouse in the cinema world? Your favorite. What is the name of the famous mouse in the cinema world? The name of the famous mouse in the cinema world is
Mickey Mouse.
Where's my ball? Where's my ball? Okay, so what do mice like eating? Again, what do mice like eating? Mice like eating.
Mice.
What do mice like eating? Mice like eating.
Mice like eating
cheese,
etc.
Yep. Okay, what about this one? What part of the body is this? What part of the body is this? It's the throat. And they say, we're watching where? No, next, so sad. And throat. Again, which would you prefer? A job that gave you the opportunity to visit other countries, or a job that gave you the opportunity to earn a lot? Which would you prefer? A job that gave you the opportunity to visit other countries, or a job that gave you the opportunity to earn a lot? I prefer a job that gave me the opportunity to gave me the opportunity to what? Visit other countries or earn a lot.
Yay.
So it's this you will visit after. Okay, another, what do we mean by the underdeveloped countries of the world? What do we mean by the underdeveloped countries in the world? By the underdeveloped countries. By the underdeveloped countries of the world. We mean those with little industry. Agriculture, etc. Okay, what about this Callan Method? So where was this book printed? This book was printed in
London.
Yep, where we find sand? Where do we find sand? We find sand on a beach, in a desert, etc. When you're on holiday, do you enjoy lying on a beach in the sun? When you're on holiday, do you enjoy lying on a beach in the sun? No. No, on holiday.
When I go on a holiday.
I don't enjoy lying on a beach in the sun. I just answer for you. She doesn't go much more sunlight. Yeah, why is it difficult to live in a desert? It's difficult to live in a desert because because there's so little water. See you then.